It's a pity I have to start with something sad today, but I just feel it's something you need to know. Now, the National Bureau of Statistics has said that 58% of Nigerians had to reduce their food consumption in the past 6 months plus because of the negative effects of COVID-19 and the resultant lockdown. So imagine people who used to eat maybe 2 super pack of noodles and chicken now have to trim it down to just 1 pack of noodles and eggs. People who used to eat a whole loaf of bread before now have to count the slices for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, and for whatever it is. It's really sad. And to make that worse, there is more national news coming up later that's probably just going to make you shake your head. But before we get into that, welcome to Unplug. It's a pleasure bringing you the show as always. My name is Victor and this is Every NG. Thank you so much for joining. And it's time for us to go over all the updates from across the world. We kick off with entertainment. And yesterday, Laycon said he was heading into the streets of Lagos to hawk his new songs, Wagwan and Fall For Me. And nobody saw Laycon anywhere. I mean, Laycon did not do anything of that sort. He did not do anything like that. And we're wondering, Laycon, have you joined the League of Yoruba men who specialize in telling lies? You know, remember that time Whiskey said he was dropping his album? He had already tweeted dates and everything, and the day came and we don't see album. And they were saying all Yoruba men do is lie, especially those named Femi. You know, sometimes you can just wake up and you see Femi trending on Twitter. Anyways, don't mind me, I'm just kidding. That joke I did over there. Alright, let's talk Erica now, and it's going to be Stargirl's birthday real soon. It's going to be her birthday tomorrow, and her fans, the elites, have already started making a big deal of it. Some of them decided that they were going to use it as an opportunity to show some goodwill and show some love to some orphanages, to some motherless babies and the likes of them. So they, bought a lot of things and took it to one of those orphanages and on behalf of Erica. And it's really looking good. I mean, there was this really lovely looking cake. I'm like, wow, can I get a taste of that? But anyways, happy birthday in advance to Erica. Congratulations. And we wish you many, many more years. All right, now let's talk Tacha. Tacha has joined the 1 million club on Twitter. She has now hit 1 million followers on the microblogging platform. And it's good to see, really good to see. Just about a couple of days ago, I was checking out her profile and I saw over 900,000. I'm like, wow, she's close. But she has finally hit 1 million and it's good for her, good for business. And we move. Yes, V is moving, and her song Show has garnered over 1 million streams on Audio Mac. That is really, really good. I'm really happy for her. It's really impressive. When the song dropped, different people were saying different things, but it has been a huge success so far. And I'm just hoping that she can consolidate on this one and keep dropping fire jams. I mean, she has such a lovely voice, and Show was a really great song. We're hoping for more of the same from V. Alright, now let's talk cee-c. cee-c, not the Cash App kind now. I'm talking about the former BB Niger housemate. She was seen in a picture on social media, and it seemed like she was not alone. When I say not alone, it's like she had something growing in her belly. The other day was DJ Copy we were talking about, who had a big belly, and people were wondering, is she pregnant or anything? This time it was cee-c. And I don't know. She eventually is not pregnant. Finally speaking, she's not pregnant. But then she got dragged. And people were like, cee-c, did you forget your flat tummy at home today? And things like that. Nigerian people, and they're trolling. But I don't think cee-c is pregnant. Maybe she just finished eating or something at that point in time. And that was why the belly was looking that way. But remove any pregnancy thoughts from your mind. I don't think she is pregnant. Alright. Now, Davido recently, of course, just featured in Coming to America. He's still really high off that. He choke, they restrict their airflow and all of that. He was seen on social media yesterday. He posted some pictures, some really nice pictures. He was looking really good. And a guy named Benson, who is a designer, posted the same pictures and announced that he was the one who styled the video. And I was like, wow, really, really impressive. I mean, the outfit was really, really neat. But other people were thinking other things. They apparently knew things I did not know. They began to drag this Benson guy because in the past he had kind of talked down on the video or spoken against the video as regards his music and other stuff. So people were like, look at you. So you used to talk down on the video, now you got the opportunity to style him and all of that. People were like, the video should not have allowed him at all to style him. Well, being the man of peace and the man of tranquility that the video is, he tweeted and said, forgive and forget. Well, it was not particularly connected to Benson being dragged because he tweeted it on its own, but a lot of people just tried to connect the dots and were like, okay, he was saying forgive him, forgive whatever it was he did in the past, whatever he said in the past, and forget and move on. Anyways, the guy has earned his money, hasn't he? He really is. So why are you trying to drink Panadol for the widow's headache? Well, now let's talk Kashi. Unfortunately, earlier this week, he lost his life. There were reports that he jumped from a balcony in what was termed suicide. But then Barry J was arrested and it was just a whole messy situation. Well, he has been buried, Kashi has been buried by his friends. And then his girlfriend of over 2 years was really, angry about the entire situation. She was sad. She took to her Snapchat to sort of vent, and she said she actually knows what happened. And she knows what happened to Kashi, that Kashi could not have done that. And she was just, I don't want to say raining curses, but she was praying and saying that God is definitely going to expose whatever it was that happened. Her name is Ada, and you just have to feel for her. I mean, in that situation, it's really, really sad to see a young man promising, doing well for himself, just die in such terrible circumstances. And we pray his soul rests in peace, all right? Fireboy, fresh off from the Headies, being the biggest name at the Headies Awards just concluded, he has now added another thing to his list of achievements apart from the awards. Now, Fireboy yesterday went on social media to flaunt his new house, a really beautiful looking house. And I'm like, wow, Fireboy, I'm coming to see you soon. But then congratulations to Fireboy. Since this is a season of houses, I mean, Nengi just got hers, and now Fireboy, I wonder who next. I think it's me. But I will not post it on social media anyways. But congratulations once again to Fireboy, alright? Now, OAP Nedu, for those of you who know Nedu is one of the most popular indigenous comedians, I will put it that way, plus he's also an OAP. And Nedu took to social media to vent because he was given a bill, an electricity bill of 1.4 million naira. 1.4, I mean, just look at the look. Just see the look on his face. And that look can be on anybody's face when you get an electricity bill of 1.4 million naira. And he was wondering, now factory day my house, how do you give me such a bill? And not very long ago, it was another actress that decided to complain about the same thing, outrageous electricity bills, when it's not as if they're running plants in their compounds. But I wonder if the ADC is taking a look at this, but it has to be looked into because people are really being cheated of their money. Alright? Now let's move on from that. Let's talk something a bit more serious, and it is connected to what I talked about in the beginning about this cost of living in Nigeria and the standard of living as well. People have had to reduce their food consumption because they cannot afford so much food anymore, and now it has been announced that the pump price of petrol has been increased. Just yesterday we were talking about the fact that the federal government was assuring Nigerians that there could be a possibility for the price to drop below 100 naira per litre. But I bring onto you glad tidings that the new pump price of petrol is 212 naira per litre. So I'm not going to say more than that. Just process it in your head anyhow. You will process it. Right. Now, the United States has offered to assist Nigeria when it comes to dealing with kidnappings and general insecurity in the country. But the big question now is, will they actually accept this offer? Tongues are wagging here and there. People are saying, do you actually think they will allow the US to help them deal with something that they actually have knowledge about? I mean, people are saying there are different people who are making money from all of this. So of course they don't want it to come to an end, right? So we're still looking at what exactly is going on and what might happen in the next few weeks or months and in the time to come, all right? Now, a top Nigerian official was said to have displayed some negative side effects of the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine that has been shipped into Nigeria already. No announcement was made about who exactly this person is, but it's a top official. And it just brings to my memory the fact that in Austria, some time ago, it was reported that they had to halt the use of a particular batch of the AstraZeneca vaccine because a death was reported after use and sicknesses here and there. And I'm wondering, okay, what is the Nigerian health system going to do? What are the health officials going to do about this? Which brings me to the fact that 9 European countries, including Austria, Estonia, and a number of other countries have actually halted the use of this AstraZeneca vaccine. But then you have a health institution in the country coming out to say that there's actually nothing wrong with this vaccine as we are hearing in other countries, and the only side effects that are being experienced are mild. Now, it just confuses you. Who is saying what? Who should we believe right now? Right? And besides, you did not make this vaccine. You do not have to defend it if there's anything wrong with it. Right? But this is Nigeria. Everybody is one thing or the other. Right? Now, let's move on now. We cannot dwell on that forever. Gunmen attacked a boxer in Nigeria, in Oyo State, after he just visited the governor, Seyi Makinde. And it was not just an ordinary visit, but the governor actually gave him a check of 10 million naira. The governor blessed him in recognition of his efforts internationally. And just as he was leaving the place where he met with the governor, he was attacked by gunmen. But thankfully, he was not hurt. He was not alone in the car, but the car was slightly damaged. Nobody was hurt, and he came out, unscathed. And people are talking about the security in that state. How could it be possible that you're just leaving the governor's presence and then you get attacked just like that? But thankfully, Ridwan Oyekola is safe, and his 10 million naira is still intact. All right, so pay your tithes, brother Wagwan. All right. Now, still talking sports. In the Europa League yesterday, there were lots of teams in action, but then I'll be paying attention to the English teams now. Manchester United played out a very drab 1-1 draw with AC Milan. They were quite sluggish in that game, and they were not able to, give the win that a lot of people were expecting that they were going to achieve in that game. But it was better news for other teams. Arsenal defeated Olympiacos by 3-1, and they already have one foot in the quarterfinals of the competition. And also Tottenham Hotspur defeated Dynamo Zagreb by 2-0. So English teams doing quite well. But as for Manchester United, come next week, we'll know how they're going to fare in the second leg and see if they get knocked out or if they progress. That is all we have on Unplug for today. Thank you so much. As always, it is a pleasure bringing you the show. My name is Victor, and this is Every NG. Until next time, goodbye.